Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 14 of Let's Platinum Dark Souls 3. Alright, let's go back to the Firelink Shrine, and I'll talk about what we're going to be doing now. So last time I said that there was something important I needed to talk about, and I'm going to do that now. Okay, so there's a trophy in the game for getting all the sorceries. So that's all the magic spells and stuff like that. Not miracles, but the sorceries. And the soul of the crystal sage can be transposed into a sorcery called, and we'll just see what it is here, the Crystal Hail spell. Now normally you'd think, okay, so since there's a trophy for that, we should go for that one. But in this case, we're going to go for the other one that you can get with the Crystal Sage Soul, and that is the Crystal Sage's Rapier. There is no trophy for getting all the weapons in the game, but this particular item actually gives you, it says there, thrusting sword with tiny crystals scattered across its blade, used by the Crystal Sages for self-defense. And then it says, the crystals boost the magic damage inflicted by the sword and the item discovery of its wielder. So the item discovery is actually really, really good, because later on we need to be doing, we need to be farming a whole bunch of items, and having, I think it's like 50 maybe, I don't know exactly how much it gives, but it gives a lot, and we need to be using that so that we can make finding those items easier. And then what we can do is in New Game Plus, when we beat the Crystal Sage again, we can use that to gain this sorcery, which at that point should be the last sorcery. So if you buy this one now, you can get the Master of Sorceries trophy, but it'll be harder, or it should technically be harder to get all the farming items that you need for later. So that's why in this case I'm buying the Crystal Sage's Rapier. It's up to you, whichever you do. It's not game changing, but I want to try this and compare it to how long it took me to get all those items the first time. So we'll see how that works. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use that rapier. It just needs to be in your thing. So for example, if you look at the item discovery right now, it's 107. If I click here and go there, that should have actually given me item discovery, I think. But it does not. Oh, you do have to use it maybe. And it gives it 100. Okay, well that's fine. That's okay. It only takes strength and dex. We should be able to work this out. I thought you had to... I thought it could just be in your inventory. I guess not. That's alright though. We'll still use it, because that's a huge boost. 100 is crazy. Let me just have a quick look. I think it just 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's kind of a cool sword as well to use like that. Let me say something. If I do that and that. Strange. I thought you only had to keep it in one of your slots. I remember seeing a video of this person saying that. I guess it was untrue. Regardless, we'll use it. It's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, what else have I got to do here? We can give the Great Swamp Pyromancy Tome to Cornyx. I don't think it's going to say anything new. Yeah, he just says the same thing. He always sells this. He never has anything else. He's got these pyromancies. We'll buy Flash Sweat later. That's going to be needed for much later in the game. We could reinforce the Pyromancy Flame, but since we're not using it, there's no point. We'll give him the Great Swamp Pyromancy Tome, and I'll increase the volume here so we can hear what he says.
Yes, here we are. It's been long indeed. With this, I can teach you more sophisticated pyromancies. Splendid. I can boast I am your tutor a little longer.
Alright, there we go. Back to normal. Okay, so here's Orbeck. Now, I think I mentioned it in the last episode, but I'm going to mention it again. From this point, do not talk to Yuria anymore. Don't talk to Yuria until we finish the game. It's a little bit frustrating, but just make sure you don't talk to her, because if you talk to her, she'll ask you to kill Orbeck, and then if you don't kill Orbeck, I don't know what happens, but I assume that Yuria will get annoyed at you and leave, and it could ruin the entire ending. So don't talk to Yuria. It's alright, we can eventually talk to her later, but for now, let's just talk to Orbeck. And I need to increase the volume again. There we go.
Oh, you're back then. Again. Orbeck of Vinheim, here to teach you sorceries. Let us begin with the basics. The ideal sorcerer bears the twin faces of the dragon. You could at least act as if you're paying attention.
Let's keep talking to him.
It is folly to claim lives recklessly, friend. Do not be tempted. No matter the victim's stature, every killing has a consequence. Even as I bloodied my hands, I never realized this simple truth. There I was, the very definition of a fool.
Okay.
I don't mean to seem overbearing, but have you forgotten? In exchange for my sorceries, you are to bring me knowledge in the form of scrolls detailing the secrets of sorcery. I hope you're not one to break a promise. I don't mean to say I have.
Okay, so we've got everything we can from him. So he's got a few spells: Soul Arrow, Great Soul Arrow, Heavy Soul Arrow, Great Heavy Soul Arrow, Farron Dart, Soul Great Sword, Farron Flash Sword, Magic Weapon, Magic Shield, Spook, and Oral Decoy. We don't really need to worry about any of these. I guess technically we could... that's interesting. You could actually technically use that, couldn't you? But you then need to carry like a staff, and then it's just a whole thing, and don't want to worry about it. This would be alright. Mask noises of caster and prevent fall damage. But yeah, it's not a big deal. I don't want to carry a like a staff with me all the time. Okay, let us get a few things from the Shrine Handmaid. Alright, let's grab this large leather shield. I'll explain why in just a sec. I'm actually going to grab this torch here just to check something for later. And grab... Oh, that's weird. She should have... Maybe I missed something? She should be selling a particular ring, but it doesn't appear to be the case. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but kind of wanted it. Okay, we'll figure that out. Oh, hang on a sec. I think I know why. Yeah, I think that's coming up. In fact, I'm almost certain that's coming up. All right, so let's talk to the Firekeeper. Remember, no healing the Dark Sigil ever. Let's see. What do we want? I'm gonna do 3 levels. I can do 2, but I'm only 1400 off the next one. Do I want HP? Yeah, I'm gonna get my HP to 20, or my Vigor to 20. And maybe then we'll chuck some points in Strength finally. Just to make sure that we eventually, when we need to use the Heavy Gem, in fact I'm gonna check that now because it might even be worthwhile. Alright, 1400, so let's see, I think it's 50. If you, actually there is a way to know, I'm not 100% sure if this is the case, but if you go to the Shrine Handmaid and you sell, each of these values underneath the souls should be what they're worth. So I need 1400, so I can maybe just sell 2 of these instead of using them. I should basically do the same thing. Okay, so let's get the strength point in here. And then before we go, I'm just going to check something. So we're going to look, our broadsword, our raw broadsword can do 208 damage. If we were to put a heavy gem on there, infuse, where is it here? With a heavy gem, we would get to 198. So it's only 10 away, but we still need more strength before it can be more valuable as a heavy broadsword rather than a raw broadsword, and that's fine. There's plenty of time to get that. Let's see, have I got any? No, I haven't got any large Titanite shards, and unfortunately we won't be getting any for a while. I'm gonna try and get all the ones that are available to us, if I can. Is he up there? No, he is. Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get all the ones that are available to us if I can. It's a little bit of a, it's not luck or anything like that, but it is tricky to get some of them. So we'll see how that turns out. Let me just make sure. Oh, we're supposed to do something else. Oops. Let's see. Should I still do it? It's not a big deal. I can do it anytime. It was just trading to the crow with that large leather shield, but it's not a big deal. Okay, damn. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff to do now. Now it's just going to be game progress for quite a while. So let's just make our way, and we'll try and take this at a reasonable pace. Like, I'm not going to rush through it. I'm just going to be smart about it. So there's a crystal lizard here. Drop down, kill him. Get a twinkling titanite. Drop down here. And then come over here and go 1, 2. Get another one. I think this leads to the next area. Oh yeah, you can jump from there. Interesting. Okay, we'll go down the normal way. So we'll go here. I'll run up this little hill here. And then we can drop down to this upper area. And actually this is where we came from. So I went here and drop down to that crystal lizard. So we start from here. Now we're at this point. We'll go around. Okay, and we got to fight this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Got him before this guy just chased me. Dodge. Did he fall? He fell. No. Yeah, that's alright. And you may as well. Yes. Oh, perfect. Wow, that couldn't have gone any better. Whoa. Oh my god, that scared me. I still blocked it. One, another one. Yep. Now one for you. Now another one for you. Now dodge. Dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yes. Perfect. No damage. I'm happy with that. Sometimes that happens and it's really fun when it does. Herald gear. Ah, that's something I can mention. So hopefully you'll remember there was, do you remember when, I'm asking it as an actual question, do you remember when we were at that location where the giant was throwing the arrows at us, and then we went to make peace with him so he would stop doing that? Or, well, he still throws arrows, but it only, the way the game is designed, it only affects the enemies now that we have the branch. In fact, we've got it here. It's a separate one, Young White Branch. Good friend, no hit. So in that location, there was a body that had a whole cleric set. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are different bodies in the game which contain all the... Yeah, there's another bonfire here. Contain all the sets of the starting classes that you can get. And I think the game provides you with all of the ones you didn't choose. So for example, there's probably a knight one, but because I chose the knight, I have no idea. Oh, because I chose the knight, I don't get the knight one, because obviously I have the gear already. And for that reason, I actually have no idea where it is, if that is the case. This guy's a little tricky. I want to attack him, but I don't. There we go. Alright, cool, got away with that. Let's grab this. Paladin's Ashes, that's why I couldn't find the ring to sell. To buy, which is what I was looking for before from the Shrine Handmade, so we'll get that in a sec. And now we want to go, we may as well kill the other one that's here before we continue. Let me just have a look here. I can't remember if there's any items here. In fact, I think this is a good area, so just drop down here, don't worry too much, we'll be able to get back. Yeah, so if there's a knight, like if there's a body somewhere that contains knight gear and you're not like playing as a knight, then I guess my theory is right. Oh, Crest shield. Actually, Crest might be good. Hang on. Crest is better than ours actually, and it's a lot better than ours. So let's look at those stat differences. Actually, we can compare. So just press that. How do I compare? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong thing, aren't I? Hang on. Compare details. How do I look at both? Change equip area. That's weird. I'm not actually sure how to compare it. Okay, whatever. Well, I guess, hang on. What if I did this? No, alright, anyway. So, let's see. Oh, there we go, hang on. It is comparing. Oh, I see. So I have one equipped and then I have one comparing. Alright, so we get, actually it's better this way. We get 16 extra magic absorption, 10 fire, 9 lightning, 40 2 dark, which is huge, and an extra stability point. So the Crest shield is well and truly better than our shield, and it also contains parry as well, which is, if you like parrying, that's really good. So we're definitely going to be using that. What's the weight difference on it? It does weigh 0.5 more, and that unfortunately puts us over, so we do need another point in vitality. So we'll get, hang on, how's our level going? We need 4,009 souls to get that extra level. We'll put it in vitality, and then we can use the Crest shield. Alright, let's see. I don't know if I can reach this guy. I'm going to try... Should I run? Yeah, alright, I'm going to try this. I haven't tried this before, but... Come on! Yes! I got him. Oh, but it didn't really turn out that great. So what I did there was I ran. I held circle to run, and then I pressed R2. You don't have to press forward. You might remember in Bloodborne, there was a different attack for running and using R2, and then running and pressing forward in R2, or no, actually there wasn't. But anyway, there is a difference between this one. You don't have to press forward in R2 to get that attack to be performed. So for example, if you're standing and you do this, forward in R2, you'll get that move. But if you're running and then you just press R2, you'll get the same move. So you can do a nice easy one there. I got really lucky to get that huge amount of distance. The spider shield is actually alright as well. It actually weighs less. But again, I prefer having that 100% physical absorption, unless of course increasing the spider shield's level with Titanite shards and all that kind of stuff would assist. Would actually increase its physical absorption. Oops, and I put my shield by accident. So yeah, anyway, let's hang on to this one for the time being. How much? We actually got like 1,600 from that guy. 1,650. Alright, so let's drink. This area is pretty tricky as well. There's a whole bunch of dogs, so I'm going to try and get their attention. But not only dogs, there are, yeah, guys who fire arrows at you, so be careful of that. Come on, dog. There we go, got his attention. Walk back, try and let him bounce off his shield once. Obviously he didn't bounce, but he sort of acted the same way, so I knew that I could have a good chance to attack him. So yeah, just take your time. There's another dog there. That was a good deflection. Took a little bit of damage because my shield doesn't prevent against 100 fire damage, but that's alright. That's what the shield's there for, to protect from damage. And you could actually see immediately after I did get hit by an arrow, so it the difference was rather substantial. 1, 2, did I get another? I got another Estus Flask recovery again, wow. The thing about this area is there's actually another bonfire coming up very soon, so we don't even need to use the one that was just behind us. And especially now because I got that extra Estus Flask recovery. Let's have a sip here. I don't remember if that Estus Flask game mechanic was in Dark Souls 2. Feels like it was something for this game, which I really appreciate because it's a very clever idea. Have a random chance to regain an Estus Flask while you're fighting enemies, or every time you kill an enemy. I think that's good. And the random chance seems to be well and truly random, because I got like 2 there very quickly between like 5 enemies, and then sometimes you'll kill like 20 and you won't get it 1. So it is random, but I think it's fair and actually decent for what it is. Okay, this guy, yeah, let's let him do what he's supposed to do. So he's going to stab himself, and then he's going to run. And another thing to note, if you're walking backwards, you can just run the other direction. I did 1,100 damage to him. Doesn't even look like he's that crispy. Yeah, in the other games, you couldn't really like run away like this when you were fighting, like when you were targeting an enemy. But now, what's really cool is you can like target that guy, for example. That is interesting. I cannot target this guy. What about these guys? Oh, okay, so you can't target passive enemies, it looks like. This well here is going to be very important eventually. Should I... Yeah, okay, I'll quickly kill these guys. It's not a big deal. Just kill all 4 of these guys. I'll show you again. Now we can just run whichever way we want while targeting the enemy. 1, 1 2. In fact, this is the smartest thing to do. Kill those enemies, grab the Estus shard here. Now we can get another one, so we have 9 Estus flasks. There's an item up there, we'll get that soon. In here though, this is the Cathedral of the Deep. I think the words came up on screen before, but I forgot to mention them because I was concentrating on the fire dude. And this is a very important area for this, small area for this section of the game. I can't remember what this is. Something to do with poison, I think. Notched whip. Well, I guess it kind of could be to do with poison. Okay, so there's a door there, and there's a door there, and they're both shortcuts that lead to an area that we're basically making our way to now. But it's very, very far. I never noticed this. See those guys up there? Remember that for later. I'll point it out when we get there anyway. Did I get enough souls? No, I didn't. How should I go about this? Let's use an 800. Don't worry about like these souls. I barely use these throughout the whole game, so the fact that I am using them now I think is kind of positive. I'm gonna miss by 11, aren't I? Son of a gun. Alright, we'll use a fading soul. Yeah, we'll use a fading soul. It's 50, I think. Alright, cool. Could have also just like rested at the bonfire and then killed the enemy. Firelink shrine, cool. Let's go back there and we'll do some more housekeeping, and I guess we'll end the episode. We'll continue with this section next time. This is going to be it's hard and it's very, very long. Like this area it takes forever, even if you know where to go. If you want to clear everything, it takes forever to do it because there are a lot of fairly tricky enemies and a lot of like shortcuts that aren't shortcuts and so on and so forth. Alright, so let's level first. Hopefully this vitality point will put me at exactly 70% on the weight ratio, so I can use the Crest shield. Oh, beautiful, 69.4, even better than I could have hoped for. Alright, so that Crest shield is really good, and actually what I'm going to do, let me test out my theory real quick. So if I go here, not infuse, reinforce, and go to shields, spider, no, okay, it only increases stability and weapon damage. It for some reason doesn't increase your absorption. Yeah, that sucks. Wow, I can even get a better torch. That's weird. I think you could do that in the other games. Let's give him the Estus flask before we forget. Now we have a total of 9, which is a ton. Really, really good. Got a nice looking Crest shield. I love the way this shield looks. The insignia and emblem on it on the side there, the design of it. I think it's referred to as a kite shield, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're called like kite shields, or I remember seeing the word kite shield. A knight shield engraved with a crest. One of the enchanted blue shields. The Crest shield greatly reduces dark damage. So there you go. It even tells you specifically that this is a dark prevention shield. And I think there are a few dark attacks coming up, if I'm not mistaken. Well, if those are considered dark attacks, I'm not 100% sure. Is there anything else that I could have used here? Knight. Northern Helm's not bad. Lothric Knight Armor, did I pick up anything better? No, Lothric Knight Armor was the one I wanted to use, wasn't it? Yeah. Knight Gauntlets, Fallen Knight Gauntlets, Lothric Knight Gauntlets, they're pretty good. And Knight Leggings. Okay. Alright, so let's see. What else do we have to do here? Oh, actually, let me look at my rings. Oh yeah, we can give the Paladin's ashes to... what's her face? Fire... Miracles... Okay. Yep, let's talk to... her. And give her the Umbral Ash. Let's quickly increase volume. It's not too much. Around there.
Gracious. Passing fine ash thou'st given.
No.
Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee.
Okay, she basically says nothing. There it is, Lloyd Shield Ring. Okay, so I was just going to buy this just because I don't know, I wrote it in my guide to buy it. There's no real reason to, especially now that we have the Chloranthy ring. It's a much better ring, and the life ring is pretty good for right now still. Boosts damage absorption when HP is full. So basically it allows you to take a good first hit. So if you, like, as soon as you get hit, it won't take as much of your health because you're using this. I don't mind it, but I only used it for a little bit until I found some better ones. Okay, and I guess before we finish, we'll go get the item from Pickle Pea, from the crow, by giving him what he wants. Now, have you turned up yet? No, you haven't. Okay. We're waiting for someone to turn up soon. I can't remember exactly when he's supposed to turn up. Yeah. So let's go up here to Pickle Pea. We can get here nice and easily now, thanks to that ladder. You, me, Pickle Pea, me, Pumperump. Actually, you know what? I'm going to increase the volume so you can hear how funny he sounds. Or, like, childish, I guess. Large leather shield. Leave, yes.
Pumperum, 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 pumperum.
He's so happy. Okay, and if we do that, we get a free Twinkling Titanite, which is a really good item to get. Oh, for 8. It's basically an 800 soul Twinkling Titanite. It's not really going to be that useful at the moment. Let me try again. Nope. I cannot get up there for my life. It's so hard. Yeah, it's not really, like, we won't use it now, but, you know, as we progress through the game, we'll eventually get around to using it. Okay, so I guess I'll leave it there. Next time we're going to go back to the, I think it's called Cleansing Chapel. Yeah, Cleansing Chapel here. And we'll continue from that point and try and make our way through that next area, which is very tricky to do so it's going to be fun. Alright guys, but that's it for episode 14 of Let's Platinum Dark Souls 3. I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates. I'll see you next time.